Welcome back to Smart English Talk, where we make English learning simple and fun.
Simple and fun indeed. I'm Jack, and I'm here with the brilliant Emma. And today we are diving into a tense that is super helpful for storytelling, but sometimes gives our learners a little headache.
It's true, Jack. We're talking about the past perfect tense. Think of it as the ultimate time traveler of grammar. It helps you look back at one past event and then jump even further back in time to talk about what happened before that.
It's the before tense. We'll break down the structure, use cases, and give you a ton of real-life examples so you can sound like a native speaker telling a gripping story.
Exactly. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's the best way to make sure you never miss an episode of simple, fun English learning.
Now, let's get into it. The past perfect tense. What had happened before that?
Let's start with the basic definition. The past perfect tense is used to show an action that happened before another action in the past. Both things happened in the past, but one happened first.
So we have two actions in the past. If you use the past simple for the action that happened second, you need to use the past perfect for the action that happened first.
Here is our classic example. Listen carefully. When I arrived, she had already left.
Okay, let's break that down. Which action happened first?
She left. That's the past perfect part. She had already left.
And which action happened second?
I arrived. That's the past simple part. When I arrived.
Fantastic. Now let's look at the structure, because it's surprisingly straightforward. It's always the same, no matter the subject. I, you, he, she, they, it doesn't matter.
The structure is subject plus had plus past participle, or V3.
Say that with us. Subject plus had plus V3.
Emma, let's try some examples. I had finished my homework before dinner. The homework was finished first.
They had gone home when it started raining. They went home first.
And remember, the had here is the auxiliary verb. It's not the main verb to have. It just helps us create the tense. Easy peasy.
Main use cases and time expressions. So, why do we actually use this tense? We identified three main use cases, right?
That's right. Number one, and the one we've talked about, to show the first of two past actions. It clarifies the timeline. Example, I couldn't get into the concert because I had forgotten my ticket at home. Forgetting happened first, then the inability to enter. Use case number two is very related to describe cause and effect in the past. The past perfect action is the cause, and the past simple action is the effect. Example, he was tired because he had worked all night. Cause, he had worked. Effect, he was tired.
And finally, number three, to tell stories or explain background actions. When you're setting the scene, you use past perfect to describe things that were already true before your main story started. Example, we arrived at the old library. We saw that someone had broken the window. The breaking happened before we arrived and noticed it.
This is where those helpful time expressions come in. These words are like signposts telling you, hey, past perfect lives here. The most common ones are before, after, already, just, by the time, until then, and never.
By the time is a great one. It signals a shift in time. Example, by the time the police arrived, the thief had already disappeared.
And just is perfect for very recent past actions. I had just finished cleaning when the dog jumped in the puddle. Ugh. And never is pretty self-explanatory. I had never seen such a beautiful sunset until we went to Bali.
Negative sentences and questions. Let's look at how to make this tense negative. Super simple. You just add not between had and the V3. Or, in our relaxed conversational style, you use the contraction hadn't.
Exactly. I hadn't seen that movie before they mentioned it. She hadn't studied for the test, so she failed.
We also need to ask questions. Let's start with the yes-no questions. You simply invert the subject and had. Had you finished your homework before dinner? Had they already left?
And for the WH questions, the ones asking for information, the WH word comes first. What had you done before the meeting? Where had he gone before you called?
Notice how the main action, finished, left, done, gone, is always in that V3, or past participle form. If you're not sure about the V3 forms of common irregular verbs, pause the podcast and review them. They are essential.
Past perfect versus past simple comparison. Now for the part that can clear up any confusion, the difference between past perfect and past simple. It's all about the order of events. Let's take the verb watch. If I say, I watched the movie, that's a simple fact. One action completed in the past.
But if I use past perfect, I'm introducing a second past event that happened later. I say, I had watched the movie before it was released online. Action 1, I had watched it. Action 2, it was released.
It's the difference between describing a single completed action and describing an action that served as the background or a prerequisite for a second action.
Think of it like a train station. The past simple train arrived at 3 p.m. The past perfect train had left at 2:30 p.m. We use past perfect to talk about the train that is no longer there because it left first.
That's a great analogy. If you get the timeline wrong, it changes the meaning. Wrong order. When I got to the cinema, the movie had started, meaning I missed the beginning. Correct order. When I got to the cinema, the movie started, meaning I arrived just in time for the opening credits.
Real-life conversation example. All right, Emma, let's prove how natural this sounds in real conversation. I have a slightly embarrassing story from last week.
Oh, I love those. Lay it on me.
Well, I was exhausted. I had just gone to bed. Seriously, I was asleep for maybe 5 minutes when I heard this strange, continuous beeping noise coming from the kitchen.
Oh no, what was it?
I stumbled out to investigate. My roommate was standing there looking panicked. He explained that he had set the smoke alarm off accidentally, but it had run out of battery, so it was just making this awful high-pitched chirp instead of a proper loud alarm.
So you had just gone to bed, past perfect, when the beeping noise started, past simple, and the cause was that he had set the alarm off, past perfect. The sequence is perfect.
Exactly. It tells a clearer, richer story.
Time to practice. We're going to give Liam and you at home some words. Your job is to put them into a correct past perfect sentence combined with a past simple clause. Ready?
I had studied this topic before, so I'm ready.
Very clever. Okay, first one. Use she cleaned the entire house and before her parents arrived.
She had cleaned the entire house before her parents arrived. Cleaning happened first.
Perfect. Next one. Use they ate all the cake and when I opened the fridge.
That sounds like a tragedy. They had eaten all the cake when I opened the fridge. The cake was eaten first.
Correct. One more using a negative and a question. How would you ask about this? You visit Paris before the last time you went.
Had you visited Paris before the last time you went?
Stellar work, Liam, and stellar work to all of you following along. Remember, practice makes perfect.
Before we wrap up, let's quickly look at the most common mistakes we see with the past perfect.
Mistake number 1, using had with the present tense verb. Incorrect. I had go to the store. Correct. I had gone to the store. V3 is essential.
Mistake number 2, forgetting the past participle V3 form. It's easy to slip back into past simple V2. Incorrect. He had ate the pizza. Correct. He had eaten the pizza.
And mistake number 3, which we spent a lot of time on, mixing past perfect and past simple incorrectly. If you say, I went to bed after I brushed my teeth, that's correct. Brushing happened first. If you say, I had gone to bed after I brushed my teeth, that's wrong, because past perfect always has to be the action that happened first.
The timeline is the boss. Always check which action is the oldest and use had plus V3 for that one.
So there you have it, the past perfect tense. Broken down, it's simply the way we talk about the past of the past. It's all about sequencing and clarity in your storytelling.
We hope you feel much more confident using had and the V3 now.
Now, here's your homework. Write in the comments below, what had you done before listening to this podcast? We can't wait to read your perfectly sequenced sentences.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart English Talk, where English learning feels easy and fun. We'll catch you next time. Bye.
Bye for now.